Hello and welcome to our Lent series. I'm going to talk about the mystical Bible. This first session is really just an introduction to explain what we're going to do and to put it a bit in context. Since we couldn't have our Lent lectures, I thought it might be quite a nice idea just have something every day, just a short video, a bit like we had during Advent, to prepare us for Easter. I know many people think that Lent is about giving up something, but actually, of course, the whole purpose of Lent was in order to develop or challenge us to grow in our relationship with God. Now, I'm not under any false illusion that everyone watching this video will be some sort of person of committed faith. It may be somebody on a questioning journey, maybe somebody who's just tuned in because there was a pretty picture. This video doesn't serve a specific purpose. What it is me wanting to share something that inspired me. A friend of mine showed me some pictures of a Bible. It's been in her family for about 500 years. To put that in context, we're talking about the time just after Luther had posted on the walls of the church. We're talking about the beginning of the Renaissance, the Enlightenment. We're talking about a change of thinking. We're talking about the era that led to Shakespeare. We're talking about the era in which we found Protestantism. There's a whole bunch of things going on in terms of the understanding of the world. This Bible is absolutely amazing. I'm just going to call it the Mystic Bible. It contains so many wonderful elements and so much fantastic art. It must have been printed in the early days of printing. The image that hopefully you're seeing with me now and that you're sharing with at the moment. As you can see, the writing at the bottom is in Latin, and it's the story of Noah. Now, I'm not going to go into much detail on this today because we're going to talk about Noah tomorrow. But for now, I just wanted you to take it in and to see what a beautiful piece of work this is. So rare is this Bible that, in fact, I'm not even supposed to say where it is or from where it came. All I can tell you is that it's not on public view, and it's incredibly valuable. Many of the details that you can see are done by woodblock printing, and it contains elements in the art that are not directly taken from the Bible. Some elements are, some elements aren't. What we need to understand when we look at it is the understanding that the people at the time might have had. At this time, there is a drive that begins to seek reason and a reasoned understanding of faith. My challenge to you this Easter is to perhaps pick up on some of those elements and say, what do we mean when we talk about reasoned? And does a reasoned faith mean that we have to rule out the mystical? There are certain mystical elements that are understood and accepted in this Bible that now, 500 years later, we might dismiss or we might be challenged by. So this series is going to be about talking on the topic of mysticism, the mysticism of Christianity, some of the deeper understandings of what Christian faith might be, perhaps some of the understandings that we have lost. I hope that you enjoy it. There'll only be 3 or 4 minutes each day. I hope to see you tomorrow.